Hello everyone, I'm Veronica DeJesus, and I'm here to share a poem with you. So I wrote this poem at a time when I was asking myself a lot of questions about my professional and my personal journey. And at the time, I had just gotten a position where I was working as a field technician on a research project, looking at restoration of vegetation in Olympic National Park. So this is a national park at the most northwest point of the United States. And I was out working in the field with ornithologists. So these are scientists that study birds, with botanists, so scientists that study plants. And I was just immersed in this gorgeous, vibrant landscape. Also, there asking myself these questions about my own journey. So this poem kind of came out of that interaction with my surroundings. So I'm going to share that with you now. It's part of a collectively curated and edited zine called People of Content. So it is was produced by a collective here in Leeds called People of Content, and it's this right here, and I'm going to read the poem that I contributed. So this is just to introduce sort of some of the biology behind the phenomenon that we're going to be introduced to in the poem. So, as summer settles in on the Pacific Northwest of the United States, Chinook salmon begin to return to their natal streams to spawn. They migrate from their saline surroundings back to the fresh water of their birth. Their bodies change form. Their color shifts from silver to vibrant red. Males develop a hooked beak. When the fish reach their spawning grounds, they perish and bring nutrients from their life in the ocean into the ecosystem upstream. Their offspring then hatch and filter through the rivers and spend the greater part of their adult lives at sea, like their parents before them. This poem considers a whale that begins this physical transformation. The whale is driven to migrate upstream by a force that breaks our understanding of natural patterns. So moving into the poem now. The day the whale was spotted spouting near the river delta, no one thought much of it. But a week later, when its careening dorsal dipped above water miles inland and a ways upstream, we had cause for concern. Truly a fluke, deranged, determined, stark waving mad, biologists of all stripes puzzled behind binoculars, tossing talk of osmoregulation and behavior. One tried to ID this rogue whale by its scars and patterns. A fluvial geomorphologist was called in to remodel the riverbed in the wake of this unprecedented disturbance. Carting measuring sticks and gauges, huffing about the damage its thrashing would have on the maps. But the whale had honed in on a course, and nothing, not lights nor noise bombs deployed underwater, could deter that hefting, bent body back to the strait where it belonged. Initially, gulls were attracted by its saline stench, pecking at marbled skin. But the whale's body began to change. A curling upper beak, a hump, red, flashing sides, a greater kick in its step. The gulls fled flapping in horror. Then it was just songbirds, clinging close to the forest edge that watched the progression. Flycatchers and curious vireos chattered amongst themselves, a confusion of song overlapped and rang round the valley. The local salmon run had a rollicking time after the sediment settled in the river. They zipped up the smooth, gouged-out path, spawning at unspeakable rates. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you very much to Leeds LGBT Book Club for inviting me to share this with you. Bye, everyone.